You're on the air with Between Keyboard and Chair. I'm Patinator, and Albert Dumbledore is my favorite Harry Potter character.
I hate you.
There's that guy named Snake. He looked really cool.
I am Snake. Snark. Hi, and I'm Ponzi. I'm
All
still...
the guys wearing hair, he gets the worst fucking name. Like, I'm Hermione. Oh yeah, Ron.
No, Ron.
That guy did.
It's Ron.
I mean, I'm the last person who should pick on looks, but he looks like he'd mug you in the street now. Like, he needs to shave. He needs to look clean.
But he's Ron, Pat.
I know, but he grew up. Everybody grows up. We're not in Neverland, where pedophile Peter Pan gathers his children. You'll never grow old, which is perfect.
They're lost boys.
Yeah, I know. They're lost now. So, what have we been enjoying this past week or since the last recording?
I've been really into Netflix Hawaii Five-0 the past week.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
is
I'm
that
back.
still on?
Oh, it's been renewed for 7th season with a controversy to boot.
Really? What's the controversy?
The two long-running Asian co-stars are no longer joining season 8.
That's a really weird thing for a Hawaiian show.
Right? Like
Yeah.
the two Asian mainstays are now exiting the program.
In fairness, I don't remember them. I remember the lead, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
And Dukembano.
And Brano. Dukembano. Yeah,
Which he never said, apparently.
he does one time, I think.
Yeah, the first episode,
Yeah.
he says it.
I think it's Jin from Lost.
Oh shit, they took him out.
Yeah, and the silent Korean from
Oh,
Battlestar.
the one that needs a sandwich. Not that I'm body shaming, I just think that she's hungry.
So early, so much. But yeah, those two are exiting for apparently being paid less
Yeah, I get
than
that.
the two Caucasians.
So let me get this straight. It was could you pay us a little more?
No, it's a could you pay us equally?
But they're not leads. That's
They're
a tough
technically
sell.
leads at this point. I mean, the show has rotated the cast because the cast expanded. I mean,
Yeah, we have a lot of.
Jorge Garcia is now part of the cast. She McBride is part of the
Yeah.
cast.
So
So
I'm a big fan of that guy since Pushing Daisies.
right,
Yeah.
so and he does bring the acting when
Yeah.
it has to. But so technically they've been there from the start. I mean, since season 1. So I guess that's what we're kind of angling for.
That's a hard ask. That's all. If they are as central to the cast, that sounds like that entire thing with Castle, but they took out the female lead. Like she left, and like, didn't you just get married?
Yeah, and the show is now ending.
And it just no.
Yeah. So I mean, I hope that did happen, but we just have to deal with that.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Like, I was a fan of that show until they had that FBI arc where one of them was in Hong Kong, and I don't know. They split the group, and they're like, "What are we gonna? What do I give a shit about now?"
They kind of split the group off in season 4 and
Yeah.
5, off and off. So like every once in a while they get this new pairing of the team, and then it's still pretty fun. Like the thing is, that I don't watch the show for the plot. I realize
You just watch it for
I watch it for two things.
what?
I like the interactions with the cast,
Alright.
and I like the theme song.
That's fair.
It's so good.
Everybody still remembers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so I've been watching that after watching Scorpion, which I don't know why I got that. It was a deep dark hole. It's a garbage show, but
We all have that one garbage show.
it's a garbage show. I can't believe I watched like 3 and I want more. That's the weird part.
It's compelling. It doesn't have to be good to be compelling.
Sure, I guess it's like, but it's like I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I liked it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's not even past tense.
Yeah, it's like it's the safer version of the train wreck, like somebody getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah, I guess.
Like you don't want to see it. You don't want to see someone hurt, but you won't turn away.
I'm not gonna turn away.
That guy's getting kicked in the nuts.
I marathon like 3 seasons worth of that show.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Over a day.
Nowadays, like over like 2 weeks or so.
Those are rookie numbers.
No, because I have work.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, before
You would have.
I would have like that would have been easy.
And now it's like, Bill's gotta get paid.
Yeah, but now it's like I got to go to work. I have to show up and prepare.
Yeah, because you're a teacher.
So like it's not like I have that day, but it was. I mean, it took a bunch of my time, and sometimes just run the screen while I'm preparing for class.
Yeah. You just don't understand why is it still on screen.
I don't understand why I keep watching it. I don't understand why I like it. I couldn't understand that part.
What do you find it entertaining? Like, is it ha-ha funny or ha-ha, what am I doing with my life funny?
It's like, what's the next episode?
It's a habit. You gotta kick it. It's not cocaine.
It kind of is like crack, where you know it's bad for you,
Well,
but you do it anyway. It's pretty bad.
I should agree.
I don't think we have any experience with the actual thing.
I should agree. Yes, you're accurate. We all need a little Mexican marching powder now and then, which I feel like is a racist term.
It is. Pretty sure it is.
We just make it.
Wow. Okay. So what have you been up to?
I've been playing Shadowverse, which is like Hearthstone but with bigger boobs and more of an anime art
Boobs?
style to it.
Boobs.
Yes, it is.
Is it that big?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys are online right now, you can check out Isabel and Shadowverse, and you tell me, because she doesn't have a torso, it's boobs and a waist. Like,
Ooh,
and like, that's
charming.
she's gonna fall over. And they have animated cards too, so hey! Which is weird, which I think actually works against it in this case, because it's actually a kind of a solid game. It's Hearthstone with less randomization. It has randomization. It's a card game. Also, it's a computer card game, so there's always gonna be one random effect there, like randomly damage something. But there's not enough. It's more defined by busted ass cards. Like, you shouldn't have something that when it attacks something also deals 8 damage to the other guy's face, because that's not okay. It's degenerate. It's degeneracy run amok, and I love it. But I'm sure once I'm emotionally invested in it, I'm gonna hate it too.
Yeah, that's true. Like
Like,
you've been consistent with that. Like when you like something, you start to resent it.
How dare it take up my time and attention?
Every game you played, every game you said like, check this out, this is an awesome game. Like 2 weeks later, I hear from it. You know what the problem with that game is?
Everything has problems. Like, the shines off the apple. Like, I want a
It
divorce.
takes a week for the apple to lose its shine.
I have obsessive-based gaming. I can't let it go. You know what that didn't happen to me though? Shadow of Mordor hasn't happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, wait. Hasn't happened yet. Let's not get crazy here.
Oh, that's gonna happen in 2. Oh wow, let's have more locations and more of the bases stacking stuff, because that's what I wanted. Yeah.
There's a 2?
Yeah, it's gonna be 2. It looks great.
Oh, okay.
It's more dynamic. You can have spy orcs. You can develop friendships with orcs. So the
Wait,
Lord-
the future tense. There will be a 2?
yeah, it's coming in like this year.
Oh, I didn't know that one. This is
It
news.
looks great. I mean, now they really doubled down on the make your own story thing.
Right.
That maybe you have a spy archer orc working with you, and then you're about to get fucked over by this mage orc. That sniper orc will shoot him and protect you, because he's super cool with you. You can make friends with
Mostly
them.
orc things.
Yeah, and then they might betray you.
So there are no elves.
Well, there's one elf.
It's just orcs the movie.
Well, orcs, drakes, dragons. Yeah, fans of Tolkien, like hardcore fans, like people who should be committed fans. You guys do not want to see this. You don't want to see what happens next.
Okay.
But they did establish that it's an alternate universe.
Okay.
Like, we are never gonna reach Frodo's time. Like, this is ending now
Oh.
because of something they did.
So
And we already
it's AU for Lord of the Rings.
did. Yeah, because it's the only way we're not gonna get shoved in the back by some madman fan.
That's true. I mean, you have to either make the story like flow with the canon.
Yeah. Which, like, then let's not. Also, the canon's limiting, and it's very disappointing to think that whatever you do, it's still gonna be crap.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, although it does deviate wildly from Tolkien's initial idea of it, orcs representing industrialism and shit. And the idea that, goodness can come from small things. Nah, dude. Fucking action orcs. Teleporting elf mage. And you
Magic blast.
And Sauron, you can't fight him. Now you can. It's not a spoiler, but the conceit is you built your own ring.
Oh, okay.
And
How did you do that? Like,
because it's a bad spoiler, but it's an old game. The thing in one of the characters, that's a pun. If you played the game, was the one who forged the original ring, Celebrimbor.
Okay.
And he's with you. Like,
okay.
it's time for a new ring, and then you get the shit kicked out of you because Sauron's like, that's not gonna fly. Nazgul, attack!
It's my bling.
So yeah, it's like War of the Rings because there's 2 rings now.
Oh, that's why it's plural.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, no, because there are 9, but.
Oh well, okay. I thought
9 men, 9 given to
9
men.
for men, 7 for dwarves,
3 to elves.
3 to elves.
Yeah, the fire, air, and wind.
Wind.
Yeah.
Fire. No, fire, air, and
Gandalf stole one.
Water.
Or was given one. That's the story.
water. Is it the water? The third one.
Either way, I mean.
I know Gandalf's the fire one.
Yeah, and apparently only humans were like, yeah, oh fuck,
Yeah, ring.
Elves were like, whoa.
Whoa.
That is not accepted from the gift guy. That guy seems suspect.
The dwarves like, yeah, all right, cool.
They didn't get affected apparently.
Yeah.
They just got greedy. Like, wow, you're American.
Like that's it. That was the effect.
Wow,
right?
you're a capitalist now. Good job.
I want more.
More what?
More of the rings. That was the dwarves effect.
This is pretty nice. We should get more.
I could make myself one.
Yeah. It's aside for that, yeah, been playing Shadowverse. I played Spirit of Sanada, which is a samurai.
Of what?
It's a samurai warriors game, which is the Japanese history / myth version of Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, except that now you just follow the adventures of this one legendary samurai. Like, he's famed as one of he's apparently a historical figure.
Okay.
Yukimura Sanada. His thing is he's really fucking good, and you follow his adventures from childhood to adulthood.
Wow.
Childhood beating older people with a stick.
From childhood.
Like, yeah, you follow his dad for a while too, but like it's mostly like this kid like, hey, I'm the fucking best.
Give him a stick.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've got time and you hate yourself a little, you can play it.
Why do I have to hate myself?
It's gonna eat your time.
Oh, okay, so who's that?
It's like the video game version of your experience with Hawaii 5-0. Like, I know this isn't that good, but I'm gonna like lose sleep over this. This is mostly a grind.
Did you get anything from the summer sale, Steam?
Oh, why?
Not fair. Okay.
Why?
I got a couple of things.
What'd you get?
I finally got Witcher 3.
Oh, the full expansion.
The full expansion. So
Blood and Wine is awesome. Blood and Wine is fucking.
I'm just waiting for it to kind of install, because it's like 30 plus gigs of data.
I wish you told me. I could have like copied my data and brought it here.
Damn it.
Yeah, because that's what we did for XCOM way back when. Because we don't have fiber. Because well, your village might be about to. And
apparently, no. I called them up.
What did?
Your place is not ready for a fiber.
All right, you're really deep in the village. Yeah, and I live in a swamp. We have goats and snakes. Like, I wanna. Is that a child crying? It's a goat. I'm gonna eat that shit. Goat is delicious, but it smells weird.
Yeah, it does. It really does make it smell weird.
There's a weird divide between, like, what it smells and how it tastes.
Did you say snakes?
Yeah, we had snakes there.
Oh shit.
Everywhere now. But the important part is, I could have done that. Yeah, we did it for XM because we downloaded it at a friend's place and we brought it to our house.
Yeah, because like, I just bought the game, but the actual installation of data takes a while.
Yeah, and have you? Yeah, you can. It's definitely worth it. Hearts of Stone and
Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine arguably have tighter stories than the main one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And the great characters, great cast, great quests.
Huh? Yeah. So
I think Blood and Wine or Hearts of Stone won the RPG of the Year award somewhere, and it was an expansion. It's longer than most RPGs. Like, wow, what black magic is this?
because I guess they don't have to. I mean, and it's also light comparatively, right? I mean,
Yeah, you don't
They-
have to do everything.
and you don't have. They can use the map of the main game.
For Hearts of Stone, they did. For Blood and Wine, new map.
Completely new map.
Completely new map.
That's
It's-
a light port.
It's fucking beautiful. Like, it's like all the happiness that isn't in the main story is there. Like, it's so bright.
Huh? Because like I checked the file thing. It didn't take a lot of space for
Yeah.
a completely new game / map.
It's gorgeous.
Damn, those guys make black magic games.
Yeah, they also own GOG, so they got a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got that one. I got one more thing. The beginner's guide.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, but it's a recommendation from a friend. So I just checked it out. Tim likes that.
The
apparently.
beginner's guide?
Yeah. I don't know how to describe it, but they say it's pretty good. So
I've never heard of this.
it's fairly cheap, so pretty much I got it on a whim.
Ah.
I wanted to buy a bit more, but I just like realistically said
Bitwar?
no. I wanted to buy like Star Wars TIE Fighter games.
Oh, I got that set like the last set.
Is it
Like-
good? Is it worth it?
I got a joystick. Like, borrow a joystick from someone.
Okay,
Like,
alright.
buying a joystick is stupid. Like, what else are you gonna use it for? Like, just borrow one.
Because I mean I wanted to get those, but I figured like realistically I wouldn't have the time to play them
Yeah, but
until between now and the next sale.
yeah,
So like you know what,
you'll come.
it'll come again. Like whatever. I have a bunch of more titles that I want to get, but I'll wait. I'll wait it out.
It'll cost the same. It can only get cheaper.
It can only get cheaper, exactly. So but I'll wait it out. Like Stellaris was like nice.
It's a good price.
It's a good price, but like I bought Witcher. Like if I didn't buy it,
That's your big
That's my
ticket
big
buy.
ticket. Yeah, I got one big ticket, and I tried hard not to hit a certain budget, like because I know when I hit that, I'm just I don't know how to pay for this.
I had a phase. I played STO. I never got my
Same.
giant Romulan ship.
I even get it. I got roped in one time. And like we were doing pretty good, I
Yeah.
think. You know, like I was lieutenant commander already. That was nice.
you're Kirk style. You're
Yeah, that was nice. I was lieutenant commander, and then I think you or Tim figured out that let's just be a science officer and give them cancer.
But that's literally what they did, I think. It's like radiation.
Yeah.
How are you dying? Oh, I'm creating new tumors in your body. This isn't a knock on cancer itself. That's literally what you were doing as a science officer.
Cancer beam.
That's what they were doing. And like,
As a science officer, I realized like I put like lasers through people, and he has a cancer beam, and I am the security officer. Something's wrong with this scenario.
no, look at it this way. We're more merciful. Because when we...
What? You can see a long goodbye as your hair goes away.
Yeah, but if you phaser someone and they disintegrate, like their family's like, did he leave us for never? We will never know what happened to him. Nobody knows what happened to phasered people.
They leave.
Like, they're just like, you can go home to him like, that son of a bitch left you for another woman, but I'm here. I know.
My friend, however, just gave his enemy cancer, so they'd have to pay for his medical bills.
I think they have a cure for that by then.
You'd think, right?
I think they do.
It's a replicator thing. The cure for cancer.
Make a new you.
Yeah, if they just fits with the transporter thing, like new body, no cancer-free body.
Man, that is the underlying moral question.
Horror.
Yeah, in Star Trek that they never want to talk about.
Yeah, it's something that people keep bringing up every generation of Star Trek, and no one gets a good answer of it. Like, it's the future magic. That's what it is.
But do we want to, like, the two lives thing? You literally had an episode with two Rikers. Like you tried to talk about it, and like, nah, this isn't a productive line of discussion.
I feel like the writer, like under pressure, like we need to submit a script by tomorrow. What's the one thing we haven't talked about? How about the transport thing?
Jesus, they can just put Troy in like that 90 again with no bra, which they did a lot.
Yeah, I'm catching up, but like, Oh, that's risque. Oh, well done.
I'm a Betazoid. I need to bring happiness to the ship.
I don't get the Betazoid. I don't like them as a species. Is that racist?
No, because they're not real. That's like saying I don't like the idea of dwarves because they're short and greedy. Like, they're not real.
Yeah, real. Well, I guess like the Betazoids in one episode, like there was a negotiation. There's another male Betazoid, and like, I hate you guys. I hate your fucking empathy thing. Like, that's your special sauce.
I love you. Like, no,
I feel like fuck.
What has
blood to your head?
What has nature wrought? Like, what evolution? Like, make them feel more.
Like, oh man, that's a horrible thing. Sorry.
I don't think that has ever happened in the history of evolution.
No, I think they avoid the emotions.
Evolution told us to get, supposedly, that's a fear of it, that we had bigger brains to figure out if people were fucking lying, not like to empathy. Like, you can cry, right? Yeah, well, that's good enough for me. Ship up, God.
Ship up. We good here. Yeah. So that's the fucking Star Trek thing.
I read this thing about like angels talking to God. Like, God's like, I made a human. The angel's like, no, what you did is you ruined a monkey. Look at it. It's anxious. It has anxiety. But I made it. I made a thing.
But it looks like me now.
Like, dude, look, it's crying.
Look at that. It kind of looks like me now.
It's just people
It doesn't look
weeping.
perfect like you guys.
Oh, Jesus. Now we gotta take care of this shit. Oh, now we're having sex. Like, oh, they ate the apple. What are you gonna do?
But at least they're smiling now.
This is the worst thing in history, and you made the universe.
On the last day.
That's how Lucifer fell.
No one pointed it out. I feel like it's one big scene. Like, I'm just calling it out, man.
Like, you can't keep doing
It's not
this.
malicious. I just want to know everyone's on the level.
This is fucked.
This is what you do when you overwork.
You're going to hell.
Bye now. Bye, Felicia.
Aw, that's embarrassing. That's like dabbing in this day and age.
Yeah. That's my favorite tweet of the year so far.
Aw, dude.
My favorite tweet I put so far is...
You're in front of teenagers.
Why is dabbing still a thing, and how can we stop it?
Oh, with a gun. With a gun and a noose.
I don't understand till this day the actual concept of dabbing. I know the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
I don't understand what it's supposed to mean. I don't understand the semiotics of dabbing.
That I can understand. Like, what is this trying to indicate? Nobody knows. I thought that it was a Nike thing. They banned the curve, right?
No!
That would be like a great advertising campaign.
You know what? I wish they kind of jumped on that, but they didn't.
Well.
And now I'm annoyed whenever people do it.
People do it. Like, I can see people doing it in pictures. Like, doing it in real life. It's like, put your arms down. You might hit somebody.
I'm okay with people doing it ironically. I realize because it's funny, but like in earnest, like dude, it's 2017. Like you're at least three years late on this.
Hillary did it, and look what it did to her.
She would have won too.
No, she wouldn't have.
Not after that dab.
I don't want, not on that dab. That dab just like, wow, this is the saddest thing in political history. And I'm counting a lot of things, such as getting caught with jizz on your dress. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Why did... That's a trap, because you didn't wash it. Any sane person would have washed it. Nobody looks at jizz on their dress and like, I can use this for later.
Save it for dessert.
Yes.
Oh man, that's nasty shit. Oh fuck.
He did get impeached. He was still president, but he was impeached.
I mean, you can't have. Apparently, you can have both.
Yeah, God, the impeachment process in that was lightning quick. Comparatively. Like, that guy got a blowjob. I'm not getting a blowjob. Impeach him.
Do we all get blowjobs?
Oh, shit, we skipped some levels. That was like 6 months.
That said, of the offenses, that's not so bad. Guess as head of state.
Yeah, everyone likes a blowjob.
Yeah.
And women?
Right? I mean, it's
And
like
for
sold
rest.
like state secrets, like engineered or bought the war. I think that's worse.
Yeah.
So as far as the blowies go, punishment, like yeah,
And the weird because
you keep a nice office.
supposedly, like, Hillary didn't even give a shit.
Yeah, because like
Political marriage.
and it's like that's not me giving you a blowy.
Less work for me.
He doesn't have to bug me tonight.
Hillary out.
Hillary out, ambition go.
I don't want it to happen, but that would be the fucking, like, cherry on the sundae that is politics right now.
Which one?
Like, Bill Clinton getting caught fucking, like, one of the Trumps. Like, literally just having sex with him. I'd be like, alright.
What if you're like supposed to move on the first lady?
And the daughter in a sandwich. Like,
Man.
like, what do you even do? Like,
At least he has game though.
of course he has game. Remember that time he went to North Korea and rescued two? Like fucking John McClane? Rescued two news people? Like, wow!
That should be the signal he wouldn't leave office. Like, he couldn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. I'm like, holy shit, that guy's a miracle worker.
Goddamn.
Now he's just making money on the talk circuit.
Yeah.
Like, Obama is.
Oh, because, Barry is just done.
Yeah, that guy had a good marketing team.
Yeah. And Trump doesn't have a good one. I mean, they're really trying.
Good lord. No, yeah, he has a great one. They're not fixing his image, but holy shit, he's bulletproof.
Well,
People know he's doing bad things, but no record time here.
that's a good point.
They don't, because they don't need to fix an image to win the fight.
Politics is depressing these days. I'm annoyed.
It is, but I've come to think that there's no reason for anything. We're all gonna die, so enjoy the ride.
Wow. Good job, sir.
But while we're trying to enjoy the ride, what
Right.
comics should I read?
I feel bad bringing this up now because, like,
This is the worst segue. We're gonna have to delete like 20 minutes.
we'll keep it in. Okay. So I've kind of, along with watching TV, I've started reading comics again.
Mm.
I've been on hiatus for about like 2 months of reading it and just kind of caught up. And currently, I'm reading Secret Empire from Marvel.
I haven't been reading Marvel a lot, so you need to sell me on that because, like, that's the problem with comics, right? Like, I left for 2 months. What's happening?
Yeah.
Why is he black? Why are you a woman?
Yep, the
Why are you both women? And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's Iron Man, and I feel like we got the pronouns mixed up again.
It's not Iron Man anymore.
Yeah, we changed it. They
Iron
couldn't.
Heart.
Yeah, they couldn't get Iron Maiden because of the legalities.
Yeah.
They wanted it to.
So it's Iron Heart. But nobody really calls her Iron Heart. That's the thing.
They just call her Iron Man.
They just call her Riri, like real
Oh, her
name.
name.
Yeah, fuck it, real name. You're a kid. You're in an armor. You're not in danger.
That's how this shit works.
So I've been on vacation because I kind of rage quit on Marvel's Civil War 2 because it's absolute garbage. It's trash.
What is that? Thanos, you're under arrest.
Yeah, it's Thanos, you're under arrest, and then kablooey, people die.
Oh, She-Hulk gets a missile to the tit
Yeah.
and dies.
Yeah, she's alive.
Huh.
She's fine. Well, okay, she's not fine. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
She's not fine. She has PTSD.
Oh yeah, from the rocket.
from the rocket that just messed up her body enough. Like, she was in critical condition as She-Hulk.
Okay.
And Bruce was missing because, he was
the
gone.
thing.
So the one was there's no expert dealing with her, so the recovery was brutal. So she went into a coma, woke up, cousin's dead. Because Hawkeye said, like, "Well, shoot this motherfucker."
I feel like there have been worse things that should have happened to She-Hulk at this point to make that PTSD a little.
Yeah, but I
Funky.
think they wanted to, because they wanted to have a new Hulk, essentially.
That's fair.
So
Yeah, everybody in the Avengers has the same name but is a different person.
yeah, right now that's true. Like, that's with the exception of Hawkeye,
Who is in prison.
Well, Hawkeye, that's his neighbors call him, and Nat. who had her own personal like journey as well. She went back with the Red Room thing. I caught up on a lot of comics.
I'm a spy, so Secret Empire.
Okay, so Secret Empire from the heels of Captain America comics, Standoff.
Do we know that he's Hydra already? Did he come out?
Hard. So we knew from Captain America Steve Rogers issue 1 that this was happened after Standoff. Standoff is for those who are unfamiliar. Here's the jumping off on point. You don't have to read this. I'm going to tell you the thing. Standoff essentially is a secret community built by Maria Hill and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Did they not learn from the Illuminati? Because that went so well.
No, apparently that didn't get the memo.
Oh, now it's for the non-superpowered people to stick around.
Now it's for all the villains. Like, all the captured... You wonder, right?
Yeah.
What happens to the villains when they get captured?
I assume they escape immediately.
You'd think that. And for the DCU, that's true.
Fucking Arkham is useless.
For Marvel, though, apparently they have this, I think, Pleasantville kind of setting. It's a secret village, right? Where it's a very peaceful, idyllic village of like...
And they just keep the villains there for rehab?
Kind of, yeah. But the system for it to work is that they use the Cosmic Cube because, of course, that's the one.
Get that shit out of my Marvel.
So Cosmic Cube is for those on... if you watch the movies, you know what it is.
Yeah.
It's unlimited power. And so they have a Cosmic Cube and they give it to them, and they morph their identity and memories and minds into these like perfect citizens of the town. So they pretend, as far as they're concerned, they've never been villains. They interact with each other.
That seems illegal.
Very.
Like I'm no expert.
It's off the books. So deep off the book.
Man, S.H.I.E.L.D. needs to stop existing.
Guess who? Here's the thing. They weren't doing that badly until Nick Fury, white dude, left.
Oh, White Nick. Isn't Black Nick there?
Yeah, Black Nick's now there. But like ever since it's been like under Maria Hill's like incapable hands, S.H.I.E.L.D's been a fucking hot mess. Oh boy, they have more security breaches than ever.
Right.
So anyway, so of course it's a powder keg of things going wrong, right?
Yeah.
And obviously things went wrong. Yeah. Zemo wakes up, realizes this is...
I'm a villain.
So we round a huge prison break. Right? Send eventually contained, except this is old Steve. Old 90-year-old plus. Steve Rogers still ripped as fuck.
But he's 90. Yeah, because he doesn't have the serum anymore.
Yeah. Which apparently didn't really do anything except like...
Well, I'm old.
Make him wrinkly.
I'm wrinkly, but I will murder you.
He can still murder people. So he gets into a fight with Crossbones. And Crossbones, being a younger man, promptly beats the fuck out of Steve Rogers. And then the Cosmic Cube gains sentience even early on. Like, that's the reason why it all kind of went awry.
Oh,
called Kobik. It's a young girl. She manifests as a young girl.
All right.
Maybe 9-year-old. And so they're looking for and trying to kind of like coerce this sentient, naive young girl to kind of be on their side, because if you control her,
you control the cube.
You control the cube, right, and all its powers. So that went well.
Yeah.
Unknown to everyone is when Steve Rogers was beaten the fuck out in the bowling alley. The Cosmic, he had a bond with a girl enough to kind of restore him to his old self. You mean
his old young self?
His old young self. His super soldier young self.
The Haley Atwell magnet.
Yeah. So and she does. So he stands up, young, blonde, and now is just ready to fuck people up.
Yeah.
And he does. So it kind of gets wiped out. He gets reinstated as Captain America.
Somehow he beats the shit out of an entire supervillain community.
With his friends. I mean, they patch things up with the Falcon and Bucky there.
I thought he was just like, well, I don't need the Avengers at all.
No, because there was a falling out with the friends.
Yeah.
With his sister wives. So they kind of got back together, friendshipness. And then they managed to corral everyone. It's revealed later on that in this very suspicious way that Captain America is now an agent of Hydra.
Oh yeah, because Hail Hydra.
Yeah, Hail Hydra. He kicked someone out as he tried to rescue Selvig, who apparently is a Hydra agent.
Because isn't everyone now?
Yeah, but the thing with Selvig is that while he's a Hydra agent, he was the one who was kind of taking care of Kobik. So he likes the girl because, fatherly affection for it.
Yeah.
So in an effort to kind of like make sure she's safe, he scatters the fragments across the world.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. What we don't know, it's revealed a few issues later, is that part of the restoration that Kobik did is to rewrite Steve's history and memory.
Wait, see, here's what I know about that. It's that Steve was always a Nazi or always Hydra and then became a good person through a cosmic
That's
cube?
the story. That's the cell.
Okay.
So the cell is that as far as he's concerned,
He was once...
he was always been
Hydra.
a Hydra agent.
And he was once, changed to become a good guy.
Or that was the long plan. I think the idea that in his mind, the cosmic cube perversion is that the Allies used the cube to reverse history. In Steve's mind, Hydra won the war. The Nazis won the war. And until the Allies got the cube to change history.
Alright, and now Steve, for Secret Empire, Steve is on we're gonna make things right.
Yeah, and his first move is it's revealed further. The reason Kobik did this was because she always has this weird and had formed this bond with the Red Skull, who was also in that prison.
Okay.
So that's the thing. That's how she got corrupted in the first place.
Okay.
Steve wakes up from this. He's now no longer a sleeper agent. He knows the history. He's Hydra, and the first thing he does, a decision he makes is the reason Hydra's not working is because of leadership. So he goes and kicks the Red Skull's ass.
Red Skull's finally, I have him on my side. No!
Pretty much,
What are you doing?
backfired. Red Skull's if I have Steve Rogers on me, no one's gonna oppose me anymore.
Except
Steve Rogers, agent of Hydra.
No one stops the Steve.
I think he kills him or something. I don't know, but he dispatches
Wow,
Red Skull.
that ended much worse for Red Skull.
Oh boy!
Otherwise it'd be I have to now kill you for justice.
Fucking bad gambit. Oh man,
Just kill Steve.
He backed the wrong horse.
Actually, you can't even kill that.
He's tried for years.
Yeah, he's also friends with the X-Men. Fuck, he'll just be back next week. Even stronger.
Stronger than ever. So, Red Skull doesn't do it. He ascends to Supreme Leader of Hydra. Of course, some people are not fond of that in the group, but some actually are very loyal. It seems like he has
yeah, Steve's Hydra, but I'll give it a pass.
And the weird thing is, he's not a laughing villain.
Yeah, he's not even the interpretation that I know of him right now is that he actually still means well.
Yeah, that's a weird messed up thing. It's for the first time you see a sympathetic supreme leader of Hydra.
Yeah, and he's not racist. He's not a Nazi. He just thinks that we need a different way of doing things.
We just need a strong way of doing it. I mean, control. I don't want to kill my friends. I don't want to bomb cities. If we could all get along, great. But if we couldn't, if it can't be avoided,
I will murder you.
I will be there myself. Which wins him some friends. He's friends with Zemo. He's BFFs with Zemo.
This guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, literally that. Literally for them, we've always been tight.
I saw what you did to Red Skull. No, dude, that's not.
They're he's Zemo is not even conniving. He's not even scheming.
He's honestly just
yeah, I'll do this for you, bro. I'm gonna raid Atlantis, look for the fragment, and kill everyone in my path for you because it's something that belonged to you.
Hey,
it's not for me.
It's for you.
It's for you. It's for you, bro.
Lord.
And so that's he's a weird he got Rick Jones, his longtime partner and friend, in prison. He's been waiting this pressure amongst the council to execute him, show him a thing, show you're strong. But he knows, he's smart enough to know that if he does that, it'll make him look weak because he gave in.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, he'll look weak because he
didn't kill him.
So oh no, and he's telling Rick Jones you don't have to mean it. You don't have to mean just say Hail Hydra.
So he's still a good guy.
Yeah, you're my friend.
I don't want to kill you. Just follow.
You don't have to pretend. man. Just say the words. 2 words. Hail Hydra. I keep saying that. Rico says none of that shit. He says Avengers Assemble. And then we cut to like someone just in a firing squad. Like,
alright.
Dead. But you never see him give the order. Until the point where, and then the reason that he's rose to it, the reason he got control of the country, is through this brilliant strategy as the head of Shield.
So he's the head of Hydra and Shield.
He was head of Hydra. He was head of Shield first, right? So it's Captain America. Maria Hill is in he was acting head of Shield. Okay. Because Maria Hill is still being like, you know, you did the prison thing.
You war crimes.
You war crimes. You're benched, which is pretty good for war crimes. Yeah. You know,
you're just benched for now. So remember when everybody got Steve killed?
Yeah. So he's acting head of Shield, and then I'm not sure how involved he is in this. I think he's kind of involved in it. Where how do you take control of a country protected by superheroes?
Voting?
Huh?
Voting?
Other than the electoral college.
How?
Keep them occupied.
Oh, so we're too busy to stop him from taking over.
So like he's running things. There's a disaster happening in New York. There's a disaster happening somewhere else, and we're getting an story attack from space.
Now you guys deal with that. I'm gonna be here being the boss.
So he coordinates those responses, right? He coordinates all of that, like because he's tactics guy, right?
Yeah, he's Steve. He's always fighting up.
Yeah, so he calls the shots. Like he sends a bunch of people here deal with the New York thing. People in space, Carol Danvers and the big cosmic guys deal with the invasion. The plan was if they can get the shield, like a big global shield, the attacks from space will be fine. Like it's an impenetrable wall.
Okay.
A big wall.
Wall.
So for space.
Yeah, for space.
Against
which isn't practical.
Aliens.
Yes.
Against aliens who want to go to Earth.
Yes, but those are bad aliens.
Bad aliens.
We're not the best aliens to be going here.
Yeah. So bad aliens. Keep the metaphor. Yes. New York guys come in and
wait. Time out. I am not comparing Trump to Cap.
You are. You'd have to because that's the entire point.
That was I understood that was the intention when they made Cap Hydra.
Yeah. So
but Cap is competent.
True. He's competent, which is like even makes it worse for Trump, right? Like I mean, even in a guy's literally a villain, Trump is worse somehow. Because like even as a villain, you're not competent.
Yeah, he's not so bad. He got that shit. Christie, not this Christie, but the mayor would like close the beach.
Yeah, Chris Christie, the former governor.
Like even Trump was like, no,
dude,
that guy.
But because like he cut ties with Chris Christie when he assumed office.
Yeah, like that's a good move.
Which is weird because Chris Christie was like a big Trump fan up until like like you're cut off now, fat guy.
I don't need you.
Bye, fat kid. And so he kept them occupied. Disaster hits, they get taken care of. The moment the first wave of the invasion gets dissipated, the shield goes up thanks to Iron Man, Tony Stark AI, which is a drunk version of old Tony Stark brain patterns.
Why did they make the drunk version?
Because that's the one he saved.
That's the one Tony saved? Or that's the one Steve
That's
saved?
The one Tony saved.
Did he save it when he was drunk?
Yeah. It was the old... Remember he backed his brain up?
Yeah.
That was like the version of that personality. The drunk Tony face. So it's not best Tony face.
Demon in a bottle, Tony.
A little past demon in a bottle. I mean, he's not as drunk, but he's also not as composed.
Sharp,
So that's the AI remaining. So he's the one that's mentoring the new Iron Man.
That's gonna be safe.
Yeah, not great. Because Tony Stark's missing.
Yeah.
We don't know where he is. And so that happens. And at the moment where people thought like they got some pushback, he orders Hydra to attack. So the guys in space are locked out.
Yeah, because the shield is up.
He orders this like New York guy to I forget which villain is. It's a small time villain because
I'm gonna say Whirlwind. That guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but he's garbage. But he envelops Manhattan in a cloud, like a dark
Whirlwind.
Yeah, clearly Whirlwind's word. And traps them. It's like Shadowland over again. And all the...
Daredevil must be stoked.
Yeah, super stoked. But like, yes, this is fighting. This is me now.
Everyone's blind now.
It's magic based, so Doctor Strange is trapped. So they get their big heavy hitters, right? Bruce Banner's out, so the only Hulk available is Amadeus Cho.
And he's not exactly hulky.
He's not exactly hulky. So what remains of the heroes are a small band of like resistance fighters. And he just orders like... And Sharon Carter's right next to him when he orders the attack.
Is Sharon in on it?
No.
Oh.
And like Sharon's like so livid. Like, how dare you?
So what are you going to do about it?
He's like, I'm sorry, Sharon. I wanted you to... I love you. He says that to her face. And he means it. Like, he means it.
I love you. Still happening though.
Yeah, this is happening.
I wish I could have told you over dinner. Like, I feel like this would be better after sex. You'd have the afterglow. And then
I'm gonna say whatever.
I lock people out of the earth. Fine, I said it.
I said it. With a big ball. So he just crashes some of the carriers. He takes over, and then in a couple of days, the entire country is under Hydra control.
Yeah, weirdly, I would find that less believable if someone else did it, because everyone else has power.
Yeah.
Like, when people are power, or when people are in power, or are really fucking smart, we have a tendency to miss details. Because they never needed to work out the details.
Yeah.
And
I mean, because they're all like used to this kind of
like skill. Like, I can always do this thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did that in the Avengers world. They set that up with Cap, and like, I fight up. None of you do.
Yep.
I fight up all the time.
Like,
I cheat.
The running thing is not as cool as you think it is, guys. Like, when Quicksilver's around, I am slow.
Why am I here? Why don't you give me a gun? I miss Ultimate Cap. That guy had an Uzi. He shot Wolverine.
Well, to be fair, like this new Cap had like a shield with a blade in it, so it splits in two. So that's something. It's like Wolverine.
That's fair.
Yar yar.
Is Wolverine? No, Wolverine's not back. Old Man Logan is back.
Yeah, Old Man Logan's back. So that's the status quo right now. And so just to kind of like move things forward, you get Hawkeye and Nat handling the rest of the fighters, of the remaining heroes. So they have the champions, which is composed of the young kids.
Okay.
And then Nat and Clint had they were involved.
Yeah.
And then the difference in the ideology, because when at one point Steve, you don't get to see Steve like say this, the command, but at one point a bunch of like Hydra carriers just bombed the shit out of cities, just like leveled cities. We don't know who gave we know who, it was revealed later, but it wasn't Steve's idea, but he just had to.
He had to do it.
He had to do it, which like pushes Nat to like, no, we have to kill him. This is what Steve would have wanted.
That's not even true.
I mean, for her, like in her mind, she argues this point to Hawkeye and AI Tony. He's like, well, if you knew him at all,
if you knew him at all, he would have murdered the shit out of people. No, that's now Steve, not old Steve.
That's you talking that. That's your training.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. He got me.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. AI can hit me. Bang, bang.
Man, why did you get drunk, Tony?
Yeah, so because the thing that came up was like they found out about the Kobik thing, because Rick Jones, before he died, sent a message.
Yeah.
And he says that he tells the story. He dug deep enough and found out like if the fragments were scattered, maybe if you put them back together, you can wish a new Cap. We can wish old Cap back.
No, we're gonna end up with 2 Caps, aren't we?
But wait,
there's 5 Caps.
There's 5, yeah. So that's the plan. So that's that. And Hawkeye is like, that's the plan. We're gonna save Steve. And Tony's like, Tony's like, yeah, we can do that. I can make the thing. And then Nat says, what if we just kill him?
That's kind of stuck in that killing thing.
Like, what if we just kill him? Like, and so she just goes off after a nice smooch with Hawkeye.
I'm gonna go kill Steve now.
Because they had like they had the fight, right? And then you know how when you resolve a fight, that you cool down and you talk about it.
Yeah.
And there's no change, and
I'm still gonna kill Steve.
Like, it's more of like Nat says, if you can promise me that if we tried your way and failed, we'll do my way.
That's fair.
And Hawkeye just looks down like, I can't help myself.
Yeah, man.
He'll always try to not kill Steve.
Yeah, because like the history between Steve and Hawkeye is like Hawkeye was like this shithead circus dude.
Yeah.
And Steve's like, nah, you're good.
You can make you better.
Yeah, I also broke your boat to show you I was badass. What you gonna do now?
He's gonna do no bow. Yeah, so
That happened. That happened.
That's legit comics. So they get the makeup smooch, and then at one point, like Hawkeye thinks, I thought you were gonna like drug me with the lips thing.
Yeah.
And then I said, I respect you too much for that. It just sucks him in the jaw and leaves. He just fucking leaves to kill Cap. And then she's followed by a bunch of young guys.
Yeah.
So the champions go with that, and they start the new Red Room.
Yeah.
So her goal is to train these young kids to assassinate.
Yeah,
Captain
that's
America.
gonna work against a soldier.
So good.
Yeah,
While the other guys are now bet
Life model
on-
decoy.
Yeah, you think, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the guys are trying to get the fragments together. And we don't know where the X-Men really is. This thing in New Tian, I think, in China, in Tibet.
Who cares? They'll probably come back to life.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit right now. Neither do the Inhumans matter. So it's very much this kind of conflict. We're at Secret War. That happens from Secret Empire 1 to 4. So I think we're halfway.
Alright. So here's the deal. If someone were interested in these comics, but they haven't been up to date, like if they missed the memo on Hydra,
Right.
is it enjoyable?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Like, do they set up the premise of Cap being a bad guy in the first of Secret Empire? Well,
Yeah, you don't. They pretty much like get you up to speed. First issue of Secret Empire. You might lose some new ones, but that's
But
not
you'll know-
critical for the story.
but you'll know like why things are
Yeah,
this way.
there's some things that might be like a question, like why is Odinson with him? Like why is Scarlet Witch? Those are not explained in the main books.
Where's Thor?
I think Thor girl is up in space, stuck.
What about Thor Man? I thought he went. for
Thor
that
man is
upper
with
hand.
Cap.
Oh, he's with Cap.
Yeah.
Hi, if I'm not worthy, no one. will.
Yeah, I think like he took the one worthy thing to heart. Like I am unworthy all the time.
Yeah,
It's
more-
like he has his own Avengers.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. It's led by Zemo. It has Zemo. It has
Oh, God,
Octavius.
this is Dark Avengers all
Yeah,
over again.
it's new Dark Avengers. It's Zemo, Doc Ock as the superior octopus. It's a slim version of him.
Man, he never got over that Superior Spider-Man.
No, it's his best comic ever.
Man, it felt good being slim. I should get slimmer.
No, he is slim. He has Black Ant, which is the Eric O'Grady, the shitty Ant Man.
The mugger.
Yeah, the mugger. And Thor is with him, Scarlet Witch, and I think Vision is with him.
Scarlet Witch, though, that kind of tips the scales.
Scarlet Witch is possessed by
Oh, well.
Chthon, so that's the thing. Ultron Pym is an independent person in the Alaskan wasteland.
Oh, who gives a shit about Ultron?
He probably has a fragment, so they all have dinner with him at
Well,
one point.
he's fucked. But like, at that point, like, Cap looks over his team and is like, yep, that's reliable.
I mean, his best friend's running the show.
I guess. It's so like, well, I think I've made a huge mistake. I should at least have a better, like, manager.
So
Helmut Zemo, a man known for betraying his allies.
yep, Elmo Zemo. Well, to be fair, he isn't known for betraying his allies.
Really, but he has the mask thing. He looks like he betrayed the shit
You
out
think
of
so,
people.
right? But he's actually fairly reliable.
He was Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah.
So he was the leader
Citizen
of the Thunderbolts.
V.
So he can lead a team.
He leads the team well. Like
Alright.
the most successful
Masters of Evil
attack was led by Baron Zemo.
Right.
His big problem is the glue on his face. No, sorry, that's his father's problem. His problem is he's following his father's fault, like his father's footsteps. But like as far as like leading a team goes, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's like a good match with Cap in terms of like leadership. It's the rest of the team that can't help but betray each other.
Yeah, that's not great. So it's readable to a guy who has been in comics for a while. And so if in a sentence, what would you sell it to be? Like if you had to encapsulate, not necessarily like Cap kicks everybody's ass, although that's probably a good sell.
Captain America, Nazi man.
Isn't that a Nazi?
He kind of is. That's what Hydra pretty much is. Like you get the undertones of all like the the social
Captain
commentary.
America Nazi man.
Yeah, Captain America Nazi man. Supreme Nazi man.
Yeah.
I think the undertones of like it's articulated in the Sam Wilson Captain America run, but like the impact of and the discourse and dialogue of this new America they're having is very much the social commentary on the pro-nationalist version of how world politics is going right now, where you have a bunch of people, just normal folks, right?
Yeah.
Supporting Hydra because they think they have a strong leadership there. Yeah. They have someone who's like different and is trying to change the status quo for the better, and it works for them because they're part of that group that is pretty much the same like race or make. Because there's no discrimination against like blacks or Asians necessarily in this run. There's discrimination against mutants and humans. And
they're never gonna get a break.
Yeah, they're not gonna get a break. So like that's what Falcon has been doing in his downtime. It's like he's essentially a transport system to get these mutants out of the country to Canada. So it's that kind of commentary.
To Canada, of course,
darn Montana,
like
through the Montana border.
His biggest problem is that he's anti-environment. Yeah, we'll take it. That's like tradition at this point.
Right, so that's the like as far as commentary is concerned, it's pretty much the same thing. It's a bunch of what do you call this ultra nationalist folks, and Captain America Nazi man.
Captain America Nazi man.
It's a really compelling story for something I thought wouldn't be as compelling.
I think everybody did, and even I for a little bit like Captain America Hydra. Say it ain't so, but like. One, he looked really good in that black suit. Like, I got this guy.
Right?
Putting on the right guy. I also gave it the benefit of the doubt. In that, I also thought of that with Superior Spider-Man.
Right.
And the context between the two is no less silly. Like, Captain America got changed by reality, and Spider-Man got possessed by a ghost.
Yep.
Like, that was the story. That's Superior Spider-Man. And yet it's a good story.
It's a good story. It's goofy as hell, the premises, but they do really good work for what's there. And there's a part of the story, because I spelled pretty much half of the story already, but there's a part of there I didn't mention. And it's something that I think is it would be a disservice if I just like mentioned it. There's a part of the story where I think new readers, when they look at it might be the oh shit moment.
It'll click for them.
Yeah, there's an oh shit moment I think in issue 2 or issue 3, I'm not sure. And then now you're looking at like, okay, how does this end? Because you think without that part, of course the ending is like, oh, a bunch of heroes just kick his ass. Yeah. Because of course that's gonna happen.
But something will.
But this new thing, like, well, some might say it's like predictable or whatnot or obvious. I think it adds a little bit of layer to how it might resolve.
Alright, that's interesting.
Yeah, and so I think it's worth a try. I mean, next time I'll catch you up with the DC side of things. It's a bunch. It's harder to explain. Can you believe that? We just talked about Captain America Nazi man,
and this is harder to explain.
And the DC part is still harder to explain. For some reason.
Yeah, but I thought they were doing well.
They were doing well. Don't get me wrong.
But they're confusing.
It's good story. It's just complicated story.
So, like, between the two, like, if I were, for some reason, the kind of guy's like, I'm only going to read from one company because my budget is limited. Like, what's easier to get into?
Oh, the Captain America one, the Batman one might be easier to get into.
Oh, wait, that's Bat Axe.
There's the Batman thing, and but as far as like if you're familiar with the Marvel movies, I think the Captain America one might be slightly easier to get into, just because you can refer to the movie characters as a jumping off point, and because I've explained it already. The DC side gets complicated just because of the many layers that kind of like go at the same time.
So it's like it's more intertwined.
Yeah, like this one is like, you know what? All you need to know is that he got corrupted by a space cube, and now he's evil.
That's fair. That's generally how Marvel crossovers tend to go. The main line is usually self-contained.
Yeah.
Like what happens at the end of one, you'll see it at the start of two.
Right.
Where DC tends to be like, how did we get here?
Exactly. Like, because even in this one, if you just read the main line, like there are a couple of things that kind of like skip around. Like suddenly there's new players on the board, but other than that, as far as the plot is concerned, you're good.
Yeah.
He's just like, what now?
But read that one too.
Read that one first. Like, oh shit.
They are Apple.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So give it a try. I mean, the art's pretty good in most issues.
Who's the artist?
There's no single artist.
Really? We're not like going with.
Because I think the release is like much quicker than it's not
so
a monthly
we need to
book.
share the load.
Yeah, it's not a monthly book, so we're actually gonna get a bunch of the Secret Empire run very quickly. But all of the A-list artists are doing it so far.
Not bad.
Nick Spencer, the writer for Captain America, is the one handling the series.
Not bad. I like it.
Say what you want about the politics he has, but he does know how to kind of get controversy going and going right.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm interested.
I tried it out. Like, it was
at the
fun.
very least, it's very hard to get my interest, as I'm a very sedentary person. Like I have to make.
There's no tits.
I would watch things without tits, although that's the shortcut.
That's the shortcut.
That's the shortcut. That'll get me off my chair and out of my shorts. But like this, I would make an effort to like find a copy and like, I guess I'm reading this in case there's a flood and a brownout happens. At least I have something that isn't electronic.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the covers too. Alright. I think that's it for this week. Yep. The last two episodes are still up in SoundCloud. All episodes have been up in your YouTube channel still.
Yes, they're still up there.
So anything else to plug? Do you have any new things?
I've been playing Shadowverse. If you want to watch me use the most broken deck in the current meta, I'm playing it. Because when you have limited cards, you go for the strongest thing on the field, and you show no mercy, and you make people hate the game like you will.
It's a matter of time.
When you just do it, just make people hate the game. Like that's how you win.
Okay, so that's it for us this week. I'm Ponzi.
I'm Pat.
You can find us on the internet at
archive.org and SoundCloud.
On SoundCloud. So see you then. Bye.